Hey, what's up? So sometimes it's really frustrating to hear people complaining about Tyler Perry, that some of his movies are bad, some of his movies are good, or some. Basically, everyone who talks about Tyler Perry's movies have something negative to say about them. Yet, he is making movies. Why? Because there's a demand for his movies. That means that this man clearly understands his audience. He has an audience in the first place. He understands them and he gives them exactly what they expect from him. You understand? Yes, you have the poorly written male characters. You have some characters making some really stupid decisions that don't make sense. And sometimes you have very poorly written male characters. But at the end of the day, when all that is put together, there's always a story. There's always a story that pleases the true Tyler Perry's fans, the women, the mothers, the old moms, the people who actually love African American family drama. They always come back to watch his movies. That's why you have most of his movies on Netflix. And that's why now you have this movie that we're going to be talking about, which is Divorce in the Black. Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black, which now is on Prime. Why would Prime take a movie from him if they knew that people didn't actually really like him? It means that they clearly know that he has an audience and he's going to bring in the people. That's why they had him make a movie for them. Divorce in the Black, apart from me complaining about people complaining about him, is a Tyler Perry movie. So you know exactly what to expect. You know, when you hear of Zack Snyder's movie, you know exactly what to expect. When you hear of Christopher Nolan movie, you know exactly what to expect. So going into this, I knew exactly what I was getting. And in this movie, starting with the goods, you get that exact thing that you expect from Tyler Perry. From the opening. The opening scene in this movie is wild. It's Tyler Perry on steroids. This is one of the most memorable scenes that you'll ever see in a Tyler Perry movie. And to be honest, there is a character there, the mom, the Bethan's mom, who plays a big role in that opening scene, was one of my favorite characters in the movie. I thought the lady who played that part actually nailed that character. It was intense, it was gripping, and for people who love drama, especially people who love Tyler Perry, they'll probably enjoy that scene because it's very theatrical. It's a heated moment between. It happens in a church. I don't want to spoil it for people. It happens in a church. It's very, very dramatic. It's very heated up, and then after that, now we go into the story. Now the story is about Ava, played by Megan Good. She is a young lady who is in a very toxic relationship with a guy called Dallas. Dallas is a part of the Bethan's family. Bethan's family is a family of boys, and then there's the mom. The mom who is very she has a very strong personality. Let me just put it that way. She's very loud. She's on your face. She's very expressive, and so Dallas basically makes Ava's lives miserable. And as usual in this drama, romance kind of shows, there is another another individual who is involved, who is also a love interest. Megan Good's love interest is called Benji. Now, the conflict in the movie is Ava now moving from this toxic relationship and going to date this other guy called Benji, who they knew from back in the days. So that's the general gist of what this story is. And as you would expect, all the dramatic moments are there. All the and here is where I kind of step into the buts. All the poorly written decisions are there. Like, I didn't understand the character of Ava. I don't understand why I know it happens in the real world. I know it's very relatable and it's something that we see every day. You know, someone who is in a very toxic relationship and they just can't find a way of moving forward. There are some things that happen. I go like, why are you still here? Move on, leave this guy. And actually she does that. She gets a divorce. And after that, the guy keeps pushing. And I'm like, before we even get to something happening to Ava's mom and dad, Ava's dad is a pastor, and something happens to them that triggers now the events of, the final scenes. There are moments I was like, chick, you need to move, you need to do something about this guy, you need to get rid of him permanently. If it means actually moving out of the house, just do something to separate yourself from this character. But she needed to be that way in order for the story to go a certain way. Now, in terms of Dallas, maybe it was explained in the movie, but I did not get why he was so into this Ava character. I didn't understand why he was so clingy. I didn't understand why he did, because he looks like a character who's coming from a very supportive family. Yes, it's a very toxic family, but it's supportive. He has brothers. He has a bigger brother. He has all these people around him. Why is he so obsessed with, Ava? Is it just jealousy? Is it that he just wants to make her life miserable? There are some aspects that actually are catalyst to what he becomes, but I quite didn't understand his motivations, basically. Benji was an interesting character, but I kind of feel that, okay, this is personal. This is what I think of Tyler Perry. Sometimes I think he doesn't like writing like super good male characters. He doesn't. For me, I don't think he does justice to male characters in all his movies. They are one-dimensional. They are either very, very bad with no good reason, or they are just there to be trophies. To be the guy that I like, or the good guy who will do anything for the chick. Now I know it works well, and it would work well on stage, because stage is, you need to be very, your expressions or whatever you're presenting needs to be very loud, and so you find that some characters are written in such a way that they are overly good or overly evil. You get, those are the male characters. He doesn't strike a balance when he's writing male characters, whereby you find a character who's mysterious and there's a sense of mystery to them that people can't make out their personalities immediately. Characters that you actually learn to grow with and understand, and actually come to learn about them later on. I don't think he does that very well. But when it comes down to the technicalities, one thing that I liked about this movie is that it actually looks very good. It looks like a sitcom. It's very bright. Most of the scenes happen in the countryside. I don't know which state, but most of the scenes happen in the countryside. And from the opening scene, as the camera just moves down to the church, I thought that was a very beautiful scene. There's another scene where Megan is running. Ava is running, and you have that beautiful shot next to a car. Then there is another shot with Ava and Benji on a pickup truck, and then the camera just takes a wide shot of the truck. Then there are trees all around, and there's light that hits the trees, and they create these beautiful, lines of light. And then there is mist at the bottom with the truck in the middle. That was a beautiful shot. I remember just watching it and appreciating the fact that he chose to stay on that for a while. That was a very, very beautiful shot. Other shots are okay. The indoors look and feel stagey, some of them, but generally it looked better than most of his work that I've seen. It's much brighter. It's much more, livelier in terms of just look and feel. Even the offices look brighter. So that's something I really appreciated about the movie. When it comes to blocking, there's the final scene when Ava finally confronts Dallas and they have like a mini fight scene. I don't think that was shot very well, but it's okay. It serves the story the way it was meant to serve the story. It didn't need to be this awesome, well-shot action set piece, but it serves the story with what it was meant to be. I think it could have done better, but it does what it's supposed to do. And I think that's what Tyler Perry was going for. Even the decisions during that particular period, you see someone, you have a gun, you see someone with a shotgun, you'll stop doing whatever you're doing because they're obviously going to shoot you. They have a shotgun, for Christ's sake. So again, the decisions, I thought they were kind of off. So basically, this is an enjoyable film. I'm not going to tell you not to watch it as a Tyler Perry movie and it's going to be all this. If I was to give this out of 5, I would give this a 3.5 out of 5. For the drama, for the fact that it's very grounded and almost relatable. Yes, you have issues with editing and pacing, but generally, this is not as bad as people want you to think. If you love Tyler Perry's movie, you'll enjoy this. If you generally hate his movies, you're not going to enjoy this. But if you're a casual film viewer and you're just looking for something that has a lot of drama, has a lot of intrigue, has a lot of relationship themes, then this would work for you. It's pretty entertaining. Megan Good is awesome in the movie. She's also a producer. And I think it's okay. It's a fine movie for me. For me, it worked. I got entertained. I got engaged. Yes, I saw all the Tyler Perry-ness that I expect from a Tyler Perry movie. But generally, I had a great time. So basically, that's it. If you saw the movie, what do you think about the movie? Is it still another Tyler Perry movie for you? Is it better than any other Tyler Perry movie? Do you think Tyler Perry is actually improving when it comes to production value? Basically, that's it. Remember to always watch what you enjoy and enjoy what you watch. Thanks for watching this. Adios. Please subscribe, and I shall see you on the next one.